Hey Cornerstone Church family, friends, and guests. I'm Sister Gina Green, and here are your announcements. Happy birthday. Our December birthdays are Sister Minnie Cannon, Sister Andrea Brown, Sister Ebony Cross, Sister Electra Knox, Pastor Michael Paisley, Brother Christopher Lucas Sr., Brother Teddy Sinclair, and Brother Larry Van. Attention, Cornerstone Church family. Today at 3 p.m., we will observe the Lord's Supper on the church parking lot. That's right, you won't even have to get out of your car. Just enter the church parking lot at 2:30 and set your car radio on 89.9 on your FM dial. Then the deacons and ministers will serve you. Looking forward to seeing you. Join us this Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 6 a.m. for the Cornerstone Mount Zion prayer call. The call number is 720-820-1437. You will be blessed. Then Tuesday evening at 6 p.m., the young adults will have their prayer call. Join them on their Zoom line by dialing 447-191-2457. And at 7 p.m. sharp, our Teaching Tuesday class will dive into our exciting new study, The Adventure of Discipling Others. The lesson will be entitled, The Description of a Disciple. Parents, this Wednesday at 5 p.m., the youth of Cornerstone will be meeting for youth biblical studies via Zoom. For more information, please contact Deacon Christopher Lucas, Sister Joanne Bimbo, or Brother Devon Hughes. This Wednesday evening at 7 p.m., we will have prayer meeting and Bible study. Hope to see you in person or on one of our platforms. Church family, on this Thursday, December 10th, taxes must be paid on all of the church's property. Pastor is asking that we give a special offering to help us meet our church taxes by the deadline. On December 18th, we will be giving away new coats and socks to the homeless. Please drop off your new coats or socks by the church on December 17th. On December 16th at 7 p.m., we will have our annual church family gathering meeting. All church members are asked to attend. This past Tuesday, our virtual leadership meeting was a huge success. More than 55 church leaders joined our Zoom call and made their remarks as Pastor Cannon answered all questions. Next, we'll have a special message from Sister Liz Woodard.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Woodard, and I'm coming to you again from the Cornerstone Missionary Baptist Church Nurses Board. And I told you that I would get back to you as soon as possible if I had any new information or updates regarding this pandemic, COVID-19. And I'm trying to get a message out to you. I've been made aware that they could have a possible lockdown or shutdown. 3 to 6 weeks they're talking, and maybe starting like mid-December, if not before. They're not sure if this is what's going to happen, but because the numbers are rising and the ICU beds are now full in most of the hospitals, they are talking about a possible shutdown. So I wanted to get to you to kind of warn you of this so that you could get to the stores early and maybe start stocking up on essential needs. For instance, toilet paper, hand towels, hand sanitizer, detergent that you use to wash your clothes, or anything else you might need. Because I think they're going to be limiting the amount that you can buy on these items, and also they're going to be limiting the number of people in the stores. So I just kind of want to make you aware of that before it's put into place, if it does happen. I want to also make sure that you're remembering the things that we talked about, because these are going to help you with prevention and treatment of COVID-19. The masks that we talked about. If you're wearing the cloth mask, you can also wear a paper mask under the cloth mask as a second barrier. Some people are using 2 for 3 barriers. Also, the paper disposable masks, that you are disposing of them correctly. Make sure that you are also washing those cloth masks. There's been studies done where they found numerous amounts of bacteria in people's cloth masks because they're not washing them. You should be washing them with warm water any and every time you wear them. Also, we talked about proper hand washing technique. We showed you how to wash your hands. We talked about counting for 20 seconds or singing the happy birthday song. Well, you need to know when you should wash your hands. You should be washing your hands before you eat. You should be washing your hands if you're preparing food, before preparing the food, while you're preparing the food, and after you finish preparing the food. You should be washing them before you eat the food. before and after caring for someone if they are sick and they have had vomiting or diarrhea, after changing diapers or cleaning a child who has used the toilet, after blowing your nose, coughing or sneezing. We talked about using the paper and putting it to your nose and mouth and sneezing in the paper, because I told you about the 40,000 droplets that a sneeze can carry, and it can carry 10 feet away. So make sure you're covering your mouth and nose with that paper and getting rid of the paper after you sneeze. Make sure that you are washing your hands after touching any kind of garbage. If you have any pets, after touching the animal, feeding the animal, animal waste, if you're handling any kind of animal pets or treats. Make sure with the social distancing, we talked about that, making sure you're distant from people. Making sure the cleaning items in your home. We talked about different things in your home that you need to make sure you're keeping clean. The refrigerator handles, the vacuum handles, cleaning any spray bottles that you may be touching. Floor, your baseboards on your floors, your microwave touch pads, or even the microwave handle that you use when you open the microwave. The light switches, your toilet fixtures, doorknobs, dresser handles, your car, because you're touching those things all the time. So you should be wiping them down. Remember, we told you that you should be using alcohol at least 70% when you're cleaning. Make sure if you have any of these signs and symptoms, because these are some of the main signs and symptoms of COVID-19. If you're having fever, if you're having chills, if you're having any kind of a cough, a wet cough or dry cough, if you're shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, fatigue, any kind of muscle or body aches, headaches. This is a big one. New loss of taste or smell. That's a big one for COVID-19. Any kind of sore throats or congestion, runny nose, nausea or vomiting, diarrhea, fever. Make sure if you develop any of these symptoms, or you come in contact with someone that might have been positive for COVID-19, or you travel to an area where the numbers are really high, that you follow the regulations they put in place. And also, you could also check with your doctor if you're not sure. Another thing is the vitamins we talked about. Please make sure you're still taking your vitamins. The zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D. You could also get vitamin D in a lot of foods. I try to eat salmon every week. It's in salmon. You can get it in milk, in tuna, egg yolk, fortified orange juice. Make sure vitamin B12 is another one. Women's multivitamin or men's multivitamin. Some people also take probiotics. I'm not taking that one, but I do take all of the other vitamins. Please remember that with proper rest, with proper sleep, nutrition, these are all going to be immune boosters, and these could be your best option to boost your body's natural defense. I have a message to you from Pastor Cannon, and the message that he wants to get out to you is that if we do go on lockdown, to please check on members, call members and check and see if they're needing anything and if they're okay. The other message he gave me to tell you was that if you go to any store and you see that they have an over surplus of, like, say, toilet paper or hand towels, the things that they seem to be running out of last time, to please get in contact with members and let them know, hey, this store has, large amounts of these items. But that's the message he wants to get out to the people. I'd like to say thank you once again to Pastor Cannon for allowing me to put this message out. Please do not get lax on all of these things that we've been talking about that you need to do. Please stay rigid and focused and continue to do all of these things. Thank you once again to Pastor Cannon, and thank you to all of you.
Let this scripture encourage you in the coming days. Jesus Christ, the same yesterday and today and forever. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. I'm Sister Gina Green, and Dr. Lester L. Cannon Sr. is our pastor. Be blessed.